and welcome to the City of Love. When we were walking through here yesterday, all we could hear was Tagalog. Why are there so many Filipinos right here? I need to have the answer. I have not been to a place outside of the Philippines where I've bumped into so many Filipinos. There is something just around the corner here that is going to excite her a lot.
They have a Jollibee paper bag. Is that a Jollibee? Is that a Jollibee?
That is a Jollibee.
Is it actually a Jollibee?
It is a Jollibee.
Really?
Good morning and welcome to the City of Love, Verona in the north of Italy. Yesterday we drove here from Austria. It was about a 8 to 9 hour drive considering the bad traffic, and last night we just explored a little bit of the city to grab some food, and we woke up to this beautiful little neighborhood. We booked this little B&B on booking.com. It was quite inexpensive, quite cheap for a night, especially considering that we're really close to the main attractions in Verona city. And today we're gonna go out, have some Italian food, explore this beautiful city, and tell you a little bit about the history of this place. It's quite interesting. A world famous love story was found here in Verona. So let's finish this coffee and then hit the streets. We walked into the city center now to grab some nice traditional Italian breakfast and coffee. And right now we're standing here at one of the old city gates, I believe it is. Very historic, beautiful area. Such a nice place to be right now, but super hungry, so let's get food. So our first stop here is Alk Bakery for an actually not so traditional Italian breakfast, but this place looks really good. They have some cool menu options. I went for a bagel, Gray went for avocado toast, and we're gonna share some truffle macaroni. Starting off heavy today, but most importantly, coffee. Oh my, that was super satisfying, very delicious. It's always so nice to experience the high quality food here in Italy. Never ever disappoints. Now we're just gonna walk through the city center here in Verona, and maybe we will spot Juliet's balcony, Juliet's house. It should be around here somewhere. I don't know if you guys know this, but the tragedy from William Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet, and yes, it is a tragedy and not a love story, takes place here in Verona, Italy. So that is why Verona is named the City of Love.
Agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand.
So you can actually do a tour of Juliet's house. I'm not sure what's inside. There was a atrociously long line, so we decided not to, I don't want to waste our time, but we didn't want to spend a long time standing in line waiting for a ticket. It's only €1 entry, that's probably why it's so why the line is so long, because it's so cheap.
People say it's worth it.
But I prefer to just stroll around the streets. We might sit down and have a glass of Aperol.
Just look how beautiful it is in here.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you go to Italy for. An Aperol Spritz in the nice view and the nice sun.
We just stopped by a little cafe here in the side streets of Verona for an Aperol Spritz and an espresso, and it really does pay to just go one alley off the main square, because the prices will drop by 50% just by going into a side street, and it's just as beautiful and just as iconic here. Yeah, it's less busy, calmer. And every time you go for a little drink, you get a assortment of snacks. Where are we now?
So we are at the candy shop where you can get candies, everything you want, from chewy, hard, whatever sort of candies you like. You can get it, just put it in a bag and they wait for you. It's basically for 100
grams. I
grams.
think, yeah.
It's really cool.
And delicious.
What do you want for dinner? Pizza, burger, or sushi?
Actually, I'm really glad we ended up being in Verona because actually we didn't plan on coming to Verona. Yesterday, when we were driving from Austria to Italy, there was so much traffic on the highway. We were delayed by 2 hours going to Bologna. That was actually our destination. But we said, being that we'll only arrive in Bologna so late, we'll have nothing left of the day. And we decided to drive to Verona instead because we still could enjoy some of the day yesterday and today. What a good decision. Okay, we have just come up to
Santuario de la Madonna de Lourdes.
which has a beautiful overview of Verona city. Looks stunning.
Have you seen that yet?
So beautiful, and the light is just so nice. There's like a bit of a haziness over the city, really cool, very ambient. Incredibly beautiful up here. What a perfect little last stop on our trip here to Verona. The viewpoint here is definitely worth coming up here. Stunningly beautiful, and it's free of charge. No payment required. And there's a lot of things that you can do in Italy that are actually free. I mean, just roaming around, exploring. You don't have to go to a cafe. Italy doesn't have any open container laws, and it's not frowned upon if you go to a store and you buy yourself a cocktail or you buy yourself some wine and take your glass and sit on the bridge, drink it during the beautiful sunset. There's a lot of those things that you can do here in Italy without problems. Not frowned upon. It's just very Italian, very European. And this is just absolutely lovely. Wow. So where are we heading after this?
Pisa. Let's go.
The next day.
Good morning and welcome to a beautiful day in Italy. Yesterday we drove from Verona all the way to Pisa to take a look at the Leaning Tower of said city before we head up a little bit further north in Italy. And we are so lucky we woke up today. Beautiful blue skies, sunny, 15 degrees. Absolutely amazing. Yesterday we had a little bit of a walk here in Pisa. We went out for dinner. It was quite quiet. And today
Oh my god.
is quite different than it was yesterday. Oh my god, so many people. And as you can see behind me, we have the beautiful Leaning Tower of Pisa. It is quite astonishing, but what is even more astonishing than the Leaning Tower of Pisa is something that we noticed yesterday. Even though most of the tourists were gone, there was one type of tourist that was still very prevalent. When we were walking through here yesterday, all we could hear was Tagalog. Why are there so many Filipinos right here? I need to have the answer.
I need to have the answer
I need to know.
But today, I haven't seen one yet, actually. But or heard one.
have.
Seen, heard. Yeah, except for myself. Of course, you hear me every day. But I think that's a question that we definitely have to answer later on.
Yeah. Wow, it is so bright and windy here today, but it is still kind of, oh my god, but it is still kind of warm, and wow, that looks so cool. Wow. Yeah, you can go up. That's crazy. So we just discovered an amazing cafe, which is pretty much in the best location you could be at. He's sitting here directly looking at the Leaning Tower, and we got some probably ridiculously expensive.
I was gonna say it's probably gonna break the banks, but you're paying literally for the experience of being right in front of the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Exactly.
I almost said the Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower, the Leaning Eiffel Tower of Pisa.
I don't know why, but I almost said Eiffel Tower.
it is a busy but very, very beautiful day here in Milan, Italy. We arrived the day before yesterday, but yesterday was so rainy. We just spent most of our times indoors, decided not to vlog. But today, before we leave Milan, we're still gonna do a little bit of exploring. We're here at the beautiful Duomo, and it is so busy.
And cold.
So busy and so cold. But today we are craving some Italian food to warm us up from inside, some pasta to warm us up from inside, fill us with joy, and coffee, a lot of coffee. But yeah, Milan is such a cool city. It has such a good energy, good vibe. Yesterday we did have some fantastic Italian food, and obviously upon arriving 2 days ago, we also did get to enjoy a lot. But one thing I have to say, I have not been to a place outside of the Philippines where I've bumped into so many Filipinos. Like literally every time we get onto the tram, we can hear people talking Tagalog. One old lady was discussing the serious topic of sinigang in the tram for about 20 minutes, and we were quite amused by, hearing Tagalog in every corner. Quite nice. You feel at home?
Well, not really, but it's quite nice every now and then to hear someone speaking in Tagalog.
Yeah. Well, it's been quite a while since we left Manila, so
It
it
has
wouldn't
been quite
surprise
a
me
while.
if you started to get a little bit homesick already.
Yeah.
Konti lang.
Nah, sometimes, yeah.
One thing that Gray doesn't know is there is something just around the corner here that is going to excite her a lot, because she has been a little bit homesick, and I figured out that there is a very, very special location here that I can surprise her with, so we're gonna go there right now. Literally, as we were talking about Tagalog, some Filipinos walk past us.
They have a Jollibee paper bag.
Look, there's this cute little place just around the corner here that I like to come to whenever I'm in Milan. So let's go get there some coffee and a
Coffee?
little snack.
Yeah.
Yeah? It's just over there.
Where? Where?
Just over there.
Is that a Jollibee? Is that a Jollibee?
That is a Jollibee.
Is it actually a Jollibee?
It is a Jollibee.
Really?
Jolly, 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 jolly.
Oh my god! We're gonna have Jollibee today? Really? We don't eat Jollibee much in the Philippines because we like to cook a lot, and you guys know that. And I'm so happy right now because I haven't been able to cook any Filipino food since coming to Europe. Quite honestly, I've been missing rice a lot. And we did bring some sinigang mix this time, but we still didn't have time to shop around and buy everything we need for sinigang. So I've been really craving Filipino food so much, and this makes me so excited. But would they have rice?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same thing they have in the Philippines.
A little
right?
bit different, but they have the things that you like.
Well, we have to test it out and we have to compare as well.
Yeah.
I wonder how much it would cost as well.
Ooh, yeah, that would be interesting. Let's go. Tara na.
I'm so happy!
Tara na. Andiamo. After 3 days of non-stop rain and almost flooding, as you can see, we are today very, very lucky because we're in Venice. We woke up in Venice this morning and the rain had subsided just a little bit, just enough for us to be able to enjoy the city for a few hours before we jump in the car and head back to Austria. We started off with a wonderful Italian breakfast, focaccia and pizza for breakfast is always a good idea. And of course coffee. Well, today we want to indulge in some more pasta before we leave Italy, sadly.
And I'm so excited because all throughout this trip to Europe, I only had one goal. Well, even last year's trip to Europe, I only had one goal in mind, and that's to see snow live. Because as much as people think it's cold in Europe and everything, it doesn't snow much where your parents stay at. Well, depending on the time of the year. But I just heard that today is the first day of snow back in Austria in Bad Hall. So if you calculate or if we plan our move properly, we might be back in Banhal and witness the snow, which is exciting for me.
Surely also in part due to the weather recently in Italy, but I think in general it is quite a lot less busy in Venice than it was last year. At the exact same time we were here last year, at the exact same time, maybe 2 or 3 days off. Yeah, because we first did Trieste and then Venice, or first Venice and then Trieste?
Venice and then Trieste.
Venice and then Trieste. So yeah, like just, I think it was January 5th that we were here last year. And it was a lot more busy than it is right now.
It's so wet today.
Sorry, what did you say?
It's so wet. I mean, it's such a wet weather. It's
Yeah.
such a rainy weather.
But I feel like it's warmer than it was last year.
I think so too. Yeah. Now something that caught my attention there, it's Coop. Now there's a Coop in BGC and it's a grocery shop. I'm just not sure if it's the same thing in Europe.
No affiliation.
It's the same logo, I'm telling you. It's just that the one in BGC is green, the one here is red.
No affiliation. Venice really never disappoints. You always find these cute little nooks and crannies throughout the city. I mean, we've been walking around for about an hour now, and it's just so relaxing and nice because you see so many beautiful things everywhere. Like this little restaurant here directly by the water. How cute is that?
It's actually a perfect date spot.
Yeah. You know, we've actually never come out here, and this is one of the famous spots of Venice.
Really?
Yeah, here where the tower is.
I've never seen this before, and I must say the blue marble is incredible.
This is quite funny. We have here platforms to walk on because this area is mostly flooded.
Exactly, and you're gonna see it all over social media where they say Venice is currently flooded. Well, that's not a lie, but it's just a portion of Venice that is currently flooded. But some parts of it is completely normal.
Yeah. Never trust social media. Look, solid ground.
But on the other hand, look at this.
Beautiful.
On a different,
So intricate and detailed. Here we have it, the big Venice flood. The big Venice flood.
the big Venice flood.
Don't come out, people. Don't come out. The big Venice flood. Oh my god, we have walked a lot of steps today. We just had lunch at this beautiful little small Italian restaurant, same one we went to 12 months ago.
Yeah, fun fact, 12 months ago, this restaurant only had 3.8 ratings and really bad reviews. People saying that the food is not worth it, that it's quite expensive, and for Italy standards it's not good. But then we still decided to try it last year and we realized it's great.
Yeah, the food was fantastic.
The food was amazing.
So we decided to rate them on Google Maps and give them actually a truthful positive rating. And now we came back and now they're over 4.0 rating, so that's good. And again, the food was delicious.